Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian, and for those of you who haven't seen my channel yet, I go by the name of Outdoor Fishing Life. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a project. Not going to be doing too much fishing today, but my wife and I recently bought an RV. As you know, most people are enjoying that these days, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do a propane conversion to this bad boy here. Now this is a Honda EU22I inverter generator. And this was not my original generator that I purchased. Sadly, being a new RVer, I just went to the store and bought the biggest one I could find, and that was a mistake. Unfortunately, it was very loud in the campground, so it wasn't very easy to run. It was super heavy. It was like 100 pounds or something like that. So after much research of online and YouTube videos, I found this thing, the Honda. It's supposed to be very reliable, super quiet. 47 pounds dry. So what we're gonna do today, though, because we don't really like the gas or having to jug around a bunch of gas in the car, we're gonna just convert it into propane. You can still use it for gas, but for us it's gonna be better because we're gonna have propane more accessible in the RV. So we're gonna bust out the manual. We bought a kit from a company called Hutch Mountain. It's a converter kit. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. We're gonna read the manual really quick and get started on it. Okay, let's go. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started here. The first step is to remove the front cover. Now, Hutch Mountain did include an installation guide for this. I've also watched a couple of YouTube videos. There's a couple guys out there that have really good videos. I'm definitely not a handy person, so it might take me a little bit longer than those guys, but pretty much they lay down the basics on how to get this done. So we'll start with that. So we got the cover off. That took me longer than expected. That show you that I'm really not good at this, but I think anybody can do it. With the guide that it comes with and with the videos that are out there right now. Okay. So the next step that they want you to do is they want you to actually line up the washer that the kit comes with. So you can go ahead and mark where you're going to be drilling the hole. But what we're going to do is, to make it easier, from what I saw from other YouTube videos, is that we're going to go ahead and just line it up with a piece of tape first to make sure that we get it all aligned in the same spot. Let's go ahead and do that here. Nobody tells you how long the piece of tape is supposed to be, but figure long enough for it to be able to mark. They want you to line it up with the filter here towards the edge. So we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. Alright. Then you're going to go ahead and line up the washer. And they want you to have the inside of the washer at the end of the tape there. But they want you to have it just slightly over the edge there. So we're going to go ahead and mark that now. Let me grab my marker. That looks decent, right in the center. Okay, and that's that. Alright, let's go ahead and make the hole here for the pipe. Alright, let's clear out this excess, and then we'll go back in. Alright, we made the initial hole for the pipe here. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and remove this front cover for the filter. So let's start with this one first. Set that to the side. They want us to remove the initial mesh filter that's in there. And then we're going to go ahead and take out these two small ones here, using that 8mm socket if you have. It'll make your life a lot easier. Try not to lose it like I just did. There we go. We'll set that to the side for now. And we're going to go ahead and remove this unit, we're going to start by pulling the hose out in the back. It's going to make it a lot easier to take out. There we go. Oops. Almost forgot one more. Comes right out. I'll set it to the side for now. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and install the propane hose. We're going to slide it through the back of the gas line. Before we put it up through the hole, we're going to go ahead and add one of their washers that was included in the kit. Next, we're going to go ahead and add the second washer. We're going to hand tighten the elbow first. Alright, once we cannot hand tighten anymore, we're going to go ahead and use our tools to finish tightening it up. Cut. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install the quick connect. Alright, I'm going to use our wrenches for this. Go ahead and adjust them first. Big enough yet. There we go. Getting there, guys, getting there. Now this is, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is a brand new unit, straight out of the box. So we haven't even ran this at all whatsoever, but we did know that we wanted to convert it, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright, getting there. That feels pretty secure now. Okay, make sure that this is also pretty secure. There we go. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Alright, we have the propane hose now installed. Next step, according to the guidebook here, we want to go ahead and zip tie the hose to get it out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that first. Here, slide this through the back. Now, this looked a lot easier than it's actually going, but the way it goes sometimes. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and finish tightening this up. We're gonna go ahead and just try to get it out of the way, try to get it behind the line here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That's nice and tight. Alright, we have this nice and tight. Let's go ahead and cut off the excess here. Perfect. Alright, next step is to go ahead and remove the existing, I don't know what this is called. Alright, so now, alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the existing gasket that it came with. I'm going to get rid of that. The kit came with 2 gaskets, so we're going to go ahead and install one first. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put in our line here. And then install the second one right behind it. Now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and start the process of putting it all back together. I don't know what the next step is, so give me one quick second here. Alright. Okay, so the next step, after we've put in the gasket and connected the hose, is to go ahead and reconnect the air cleaner box. Okay, so before we do that though, I believe the kit came with one more thing. And I don't know where that thing is, unfortunately. Okay, we found it. And it's tiny, you'll miss it. Don't look for it. It's a little spacer that goes behind the air filter. There we go. It's gonna go right here on this end. So here's what we're gonna do first. We have the screw for that. It's gonna go right behind it. Just like so. Alright, but we're going to do that. We're going to connect the hose first. Connect it right back into the system here. Line up all the holes here. I'm not gonna close it all the way just quite yet. We want to get everything else installed. Now this part here, I did see from the previous YouTube video that I watched that because of the extra gaskets installed, you might have to press a little bit hard to get the thread going here on this one. Okay, same on the second one here. Let's try to hand thread it first. We lost it. Let's try to get it back. Almost got it. Nope, we don't have it. Okay. Nope, still don't have it. Okay, now we got it. Alright, let's try this again, guys. Alright, there we go. Now, let's give it a little thread here. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Now I'm only going to thread about halfway. The rest we can go ahead and threaten it, tighten it up a little bit now. I'm not going to put too much force into it. Alright. That feels good. Now I believe we're missing the mesh filter now. Let me go ahead and grab that. Here it is. Alright guys. Well, so far so good. I believe now we just have to cover this up. We have a couple things to tighten up left. There we go. This one goes, I believe, like so. There we go. Last but not least, the main cover. Ta-da! Alright guys, now stay tuned. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this puppy started in just a minute. But before we do that, I just noticed that the final instructions on this, guys, is Hutch Mountain actually created a separate sticker to replace the one that the unit comes with. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and peel off the original, and we're going to replace it with the Hutch Mountain sticker that will just make it a little bit easier to use now that we're going to be using propane and also gas. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean off the excess glue on that. Here we go. Just a little alcohol wipey. Perfect. Alright. And now we have the sticker. Now, it comes with two for some reason, but I believe the one that's meant for our unit is going to be this one here. So we're going to go ahead and peel that out. And try to install it best as we can. There we go, guys. So now we have the engine off, we have the gas off. So that'll turn off the gasoline. That means that we're going to use propane only. And then here we're going to have the full gasoline on the top here in case we ever do decide to use the gas. But guys, before we turn this bad boy on, first a word from our sponsor. JK, we don't have one, but we'll be right back. Alright guys, so a couple hours later, this thing was brand new out of the box. What I didn't realize is that I didn't have any oil in it, so I had to step out, put some oil in it. Now that we have the kit installed and ready to go, have the propane, all we gotta do is fire it up. Alright, so let's go ahead, and the instructions say to prime it. What that means is just by pressing this button here in the front, just for a little bit. It would help if I turned it on, right? Okay, so let me turn it on, prime it, there we go. And then we have it in the gas off position here for the propane. So now all we gotta do is rip it, let it rip. Let's see what we can do. But make sure, guys, the choke is off always in this position. When you're using the gas, that's when you want to use the choke, but otherwise you don't need the choke for this setup here that you have. So let's fire it up and see what we can do. Alright. Second try, let's go. Let's hit it one more time with the prime, and let's give it another go. Hear me, but we're gonna let it run for a quick second. Otherwise, it's good. We're gonna turn off the gas now. Alright, we turned off the gas first on this side to make sure that it's completely empty here. By the time we turn this one in the off position now, we can go ahead and switch it all the way off. And that's it, guys. The kit was really helpful. I got this whole setup idea by just researching from tons and tons of YouTube videos. So many guys out there that did a really good job explaining, but this video can show that anybody can do it. If I could do it, anybody can. All right, and guys, right now what we're gonna do is the sun's starting to come down, so I think it's a great time to get out there. We're gonna go do a little bit of fishing here at the Outdoors Fishing Life. It's not just about fishing, it's not just about outdoors, it's life in general. We're gonna try to show as much as we can. We have a new RV in our lives now, and that's the reason why we needed to set up here, but we're gonna have videos of traveling and RVing as well. So we're gonna do pretty much almost anything. We're gonna have a great time. All right, so stick around. Make sure you like this, subscribe, and share it with as many people as you can. All right, and make sure you comment, because if I did something wrong or something better out there, let me know, please. But otherwise, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you later.